All right, market update here on the 14th. Tesla is just following the path that I laid out in the video last couple times for members only. It's just going down. Fourth wave here. Again, if it gets through 300, that would be a warning sign. But right now, it's just on path for a normal fourth wave. So you can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm expecting this. That's what I'm expecting. But I will be on guard if this ends up falling through here. You do have a lot of support. Obviously, the moving averages are still very, very bullish. But you are overextended here on the daily time frame. So that is something to watch. It's going to have to, and again on the weekly as well, you're very, very extended. So it's going to have to go even more extended to get up to 400 bucks. So something to watch here is 300. Make sure it does not go past 300. Past 300 is a major warning sign, in my opinion. So I want wave 4 to end right here. There is a gap right here, I think, too. No, there's no gap. There's a small 1 hour demand zone down there, but this is a 6 hour demand zone right here. Let's see how it goes. They could play these games all the way through tomorrow. And I won't be surprised if they do, because we haven't had a day where we just they completely just hold everything down, push it down for a couple of days straight. People are getting too complacent. The fix is at 14 too. That's another warning sign. So we'll see how it goes, but be very careful with Tesla if it does not hold 302. RIVN getting smacked down because some news about the EV tax credits. It's in a demand zone right here, but I'd be careful with this one too, because you get a move up. This kind of looks like an ABC move to me anyway, and then you go straight down from 13. The last support here is at 1050. If it breaks below 1050, then it's bearish. So you want to watch 1050 level is a 20-day moving average. The weekly is below all moving averages, so watch 1050. As far as the chart goes, it looked great yesterday, and then that news comes out and smacks it down. I haven't really gone over the chart in a while, but it's pretty much at the bottom of the range, but I would imagine you get a retracement here, kind of see what kind of retracement it gets. This is definitely an impulse though, so I'd be very careful here. This looks like an ABC move to me. This looked like an impulse up, but it also could be ABC with a big C wave here, and now we're getting impulse. So this could be wave 1 of the final move down. You could get a retracement back up here to who knows, 1150. I would just watch 1050. BA, absolute crap. Invalidated my move like a week ago or so. It's still in monthly demand. It's at the bottom of the weekly. I haven't seen any other news come out. I don't know. They settled with the union workers. Trump's president now. Both of those should be positive for the stock, I would think. But the stock just keeps on going down. So I don't have any shares in this, but I do have some calls I'm down on. Luckily, I didn't buy that much. I didn't stop out on it. I have some 2026 160 calls, and pretty confident this is going to bounce at some point, so I'm letting it go. But yeah, it's pretty brutal if you're in shares and you have a significant amount of money in this company. I think I have like $9,000 into it. So yeah, I want it to go up. It's brutal. And at this point, I'm just looking for a bounce. See where we're at. It looks like this could be the 5th wave, though. You look at the retracement. On the log chart. I didn't do that right. 136 was the retracement to the 0.78 fib, I think. Yeah, 136. It basically hit there today, and it's bouncing a little bit here. So a lot of times the 0.78 fib will be a good spot to buy in. We'll see with Boeing. It's in monthly demand. It's way overextended to the downside. I haven't seen any more bad news come out. So let's see what happens with it. I did see the 117 GEX level around 200, but that doesn't mean a much. That just means if it gets going, that would be a magnet for price. Tesla making its way down here. Let's go over HIMS. Down huge today, but going into 3-day demand right here. This is likely going lower. I had it going lower already before around this area, but it made one more move higher to 30 bucks. This is likely still a B wave here, and we're making a C wave down. This could go all the way back down here to 13, 14 bucks, and I wouldn't be surprised. But I would imagine that it gets a bounce out of this zone right here. On the daily right now, your next support is at 1972. Tesla up here again. Let's go over the miners. So the miners not going the way we wanted it to go. Complete sell-off here. Has not totally invalidated this move yet, and it's a miner. And Mara and all those stocks moved dramatically. So it would not be surprising if this ended up still being a fourth wave. The top here looked like an ABC move to me. This is a C wave down with the extended C wave. So there is a gap down here though at 1930. If this breaks below 1930, then I would actually look at this like that. It'd be ABC. And I would be looking for a retracement and potentially some kind of like chop down here, and then maybe a move up to 30 into December. And then I would be looking at that as potentially something like this, and then comes back down after it hits 30. So maybe, I think I went over this a couple weeks ago, maybe this is not the breakout then. If it's not the breakout, it's just an extended B wave. So it would just be W, X, Y. That's what I see. So watch 1930 or 20 bucks is really the invalidation level for wave 4. So we're going to see if it can hold that. Let's go over QQQ. QQQ is barely down. I think it's still making a fourth wave here. And I think you're going to see one more move higher to at least 524. That's what I see right now. This looks like a 5-wave move. If it gets up to 524, I'd be really cautious though, because that would mean Tesla will probably hit 400 and a lot of the other tech stocks would be topping out. So watch out for QQQ for one more move higher after this is finished. Trump stock is just drifting lower here. The GEX levels were up around 35 for this week. It went to new lows. This could be going to 19 bucks, or you could see that and then down like that. I would say, let's look at this on smaller time frames. I would say that this is probably, well, it hasn't hit the 0.5 fib yet. This could really go either way. So you're either looking for one more move up here to 35 bucks and then tank, or it's just going to go straight down. I would lean towards this one right here, based on the timing of it. I can see one more move higher up here to the $35 area, and then a tank down to 18, 19 bucks, and we'll go from there. Oxy had a pretty good spot to buy in. My alert went off down here. I bought in. I already sold on this bounce, but it hit into daily demand. I had an alert on this one too. I don't really know that much about the company. I just know everybody's going crazy about it. So I marked a spot. I bought in here, sold a little bit, still holding some. Funware. So came into demand. Probably a good spot to buy in. Coin. Let's check on coin. 285 on coin. So same thing as on Tesla. Let's just look at the levels here. See where we're at. So yeah, it's about halfway there. This could, but honestly, this looks like an impulse to me. So I'd be very careful with this one. Looks pretty impulsive to me. This stock does some weird things though. It can do an impulse and then all of a sudden just rocket back up and invalidate the whole move. Get rid of this. But this looks like an impulse to me. This might be taking longer. So maybe this happens like this. And then it goes up. So you could be looking at something all the way down here. Yeah, I would say somewhere between 273 and 232 is a good buy. 273 to 232 is a good buy. And I don't think it's there yet, but you might get a small bounce here. Yeah, so that looks pretty good to me. I'd come down here. I'd probably buy on the next move down. There's a gap right here. So maybe you buy down here at like 270. And it already hit 274. Maybe that's not going to be the bottom. That'd be a fourth wave. So somewhere down here you could buy for a retracement. But I don't think that that's going to be it. I think it's coming down here to like 230 to 250. And then I'm looking for it to absolutely take off. So I'm looking for third wave right there. Pull back and another move higher after that. So it's still got a lot more to go. Fourth wave, one more big move higher, pull back for a fourth wave, one more big move higher after that. AMD hit my target for where to buy at. It's not bouncing really, but it hit this demand zone. I bought a little bit. Clean Spark. This is also in demand right here. It bounced out of demand. It has a gap down here at 10 bucks. I don't think it's going there. If it does that, it validates the move, similar to Mara. This has really got to go from here. So we're going to find out. But this is a pretty big move down. So it's going to be hard to go straight up to new highs. It's probably going to have to either go like this, or it's going to end up invalidating, and this is actually a wave one down, and we're going to get something like that. So we'll see what happens with that. It's not a bad buy, though, here at 14 bucks. EMPH is bouncing a little bit. Super Micro. This one just comes down to whatever happens with the company at this point. Like, it went right through that monthly demand zone I highlighted. I would say whatever comes out this weekend, they get the extension from the NASDAQ, then this could definitely bounce. I'm down on my position. I made money hedging. I'm down like a bunch on my position, but I only bought 300 shares. I was screwed pretty much right away when this came down here in that one day. And then it just kind of chopped down here. I've hedged a little bit, made a little bit of money. At this point, I'm not going to sell because I don't see the point. The company fundamentals look pretty good. It's just a matter of if something happens good with the company. I don't know if they're going to come out with good news or bad news. Good news, this goes back up here. There's a gap up here at 47 bucks. It's going to have to really go. But with the good news, it should pop back to 30, 40 bucks, I would imagine. So we'll see what happens with it. Technicals said the fifth wave should have ended right here, but it went way lower. There was actually a gap right here at 16 bucks. No, 17 bucks. Basically filled that gap and bounced from there. So that's probably the bottom. Maybe there was a bigger demand zone down here. So again, it's just kind of gambling at this point. You think the company is going to save themselves or not? BABA. BABA has a 110 GEX level for 1220, I think. Last time I looked. 1220 or 117, one of the two at 110. So that's all the way back up here into demand zone right here. It's getting pretty oversold. Of course, you do have these gaps on here as well. It's entering into these demand zones right here, so it's not a bad place to buy for a bounce, in my opinion. Could have more downside, though, considering this is going to end the overall second or B wave. The minimum target on BABA is actually already been hit. So not a bad place to buy here on BABA. What else are we looking at here? Palantir. Palantir is actually down for a day. Amazing. But I think that Palantir is just going to keep on going higher. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like that. And then a fourth wave and a fifth wave. That's what I have on my account. What else we got here? Celsius. Just dragging lower. There's a gap here at 22 bucks. Probably headed there, I would imagine. Maybe holders will get lucky and this will bounce back up here first. We'll see. If that happens into the end of the year, then I'd probably be a seller, to be honest, because I think it's probably coming down here to 22 bucks. What else am I looking at? NVIDIA, I don't really want to go over that right now. All the tech stocks are kind of boring right now. I think that's pretty much it. Let's go over Bitcoin and I'll call it end of the video. So Bitcoin, here's the count. Looking for a fourth wave. We still have not got any red candles on the daily. I need to see a red candle on the daily for a fourth wave. And then we can go higher for the overall third wave ending. So yeah, just waiting on that. It's in the same pattern as Tesla and all the rest of them. Anyway, that's it for this video. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates. Let me know if there's a stock in the comments you want me to take a look at. And that's it.